No problem. I don't think we're under too tight of a restriction.
No, we got nothing.
I got all day. 5-hour episode.
I said we do a marathon pod.
We get some sleeping bags delivered.
Got some puppets to snuggle with over there if you want to snuggle. And Eric Kirk.
Go. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the McGonigal Podcast, America's stupidest podcast. We're back. St. Patrick's edition, so that's why I got my stupid green hat on. I'm even uglier than usual with the stupid green hat on. We got a great show today. No cancel, no milkman stories. We're just doing a regular podcast. We're lucky to be joined by two great comics and the two co-hosts of the podcast Digital Bazooka, Dru and James Moss. Guys, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming out.
I'm excited to be here, Ed.
This means the world to us. Top of the morning to you.
I don't think it does because it's an old man AARP podcast, but hopefully you guys will make it a little younger. Hopefully.
No, we're trying to bring the youthful people to you. We tuned into we looked at your YouTube channel and we saw that 2 weeks ago Jake Matera and Chip Chantry did 0 views. So
zero views.
In between Jake and
trying to beat that.
That must have been when you reposted it because originally that episode got like one of the most views I've had.
It says right now, as of 2 minutes ago, it says no views. 0 views.
Yeah, so Chip Chantry will be thrilled to hear that. It'll make his career. It'll really make his ego.
I think anything with Jake's name on it should have at least 5 views. That's what I've always said.
Yeah,
that.
They'll be thrilled to hear that, Jake. No wonder they haven't come back.
Don't worry, Dave Premiano's also has 0 views.
Oh, Dave is great on here. Shaner keeps ducking me. Shaner was the best guest we've had, and he keeps ducking me to come back again. So, but hopefully I'll get him back. So listen, you got two young guys here. You guys ready to enlist? America's at war. You guys ready? Who's in? I'm too old to go. You guys want to go?
I just turned 32. Can I still go?
Sure. But the way they're going, they're going to need bodies. Trust me, they're going to need bodies.
So the draft is 26, I think, but you can still sign up at any point. Like you could be in the Army if you wanted.
I feel that if they have a draft, ESPN should televise it. Like the NBA and the NBA. That would be, how great would those interviews be? They would tell us, hey, you were the first pick.
With the first pick.
With the first overall pick.
That would be hilarious. That would be the best way to do it.
They should. They
doing the big board.
When they took trans people out of the military, and now we're suddenly out of military members because half the country is trans. We got to get them back out there. Get the
trans back in there. Absolutely, get them out of the locker rooms and back into the military.
Yeah, get out of the bathroom. Get in the Army.
Yeah, enough time in the pool. Get over there to Iraq.
Hey, here's the last 2 missions have been Midnight Hammer and Epic Fury. I think Trump's just taking the name from porno movies he watched in the 80s and just putting them on these military. It sure sounds like porno movies. Midnight Hammer and Epic Fury. I don't know. It sounds like something me and Ketzel were watching late night. I'm pretty sure back on Cinemax days. I'm not sure. But
the Midnight Hammer, what was that one?
That was when we bombed Iran, like what was it, 6 months ago or something. We hit them where you said we wiped out their nuclear. Now, well, it turns out we didn't wipe out their nuclear.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
We thought we knew. Everybody, that's what they're hoping.
Trump
they're hoping you forget about all of it.
Today where he was like, he's like, I heard their new leader is dead. If he is still alive, then he might want to turn himself in. Like he's like taunting a dead guy.
But they're saying that he might have lost a leg or he might not have lost a leg. And they just make things up. They say anything. Yeah, we think he's hopping around.
He said the other day in his press conference, he's like, we have men, women, and children walking around Iran with no arms or legs. What are you talking about? It's such an insane thing for a president to say.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Walking around with
no arms and legs. That is great. This guy, he's insane.
But it's cool, man.
This is awesome. Especially when you're too old like me and you can't go. It's great. It's just great. It's great entertainment.
He's older than you are, I think.
Who, Trump? Trump's 79. Yeah, Trump's he'll be 80 in June. So he's like 20. Imagine he's 20 years older than me, and he's president. Yeah. I can barely get off the couch, and he's president. There should be an age limit that you can't have. I mean, I wouldn't want somebody my age to be president. I mean, he's 80. He's going to be president.
I didn't consider, like you said, he's turning what?
He turns 80 in June.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna get him a cake or something.
I think this is. I think his present is blowing up Iranians. This is his early birthday present. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he got just what he wanted.
Just what he wanted. Blowing up Arabs.
Also, he's golfing throughout all of this.
Oh, sure he is. Of course he is. Of course he's golfing.
36 holes. He's like, oh, we got another drone strike hit. Good.
Nice. Well, at least Biden couldn't get out of a chair, so at least he can golf. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
And you see what they're allowed to bet on the war. There's these offshore betting sites.
Yeah,
Kalshi, and there's another where they take. That's amazing. You can bet on a war. You can bet on who's going to get killed, how many are going to get killed.
Yeah. Well, I remember they had it in 2020 when the Biden-Trump election was going down. That was like early days of betting on anything, and I remember getting Biden at like plus 400. I got Biden like late. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is a lock."
Yeah,
well,
it's like Jets plus 10.
6 years later, Biden's still alive. You would have won a shitload of money because nobody would have thought that.
Yeah.
But I mean, even in England, they used to be able to take bets on the United States presidential election, even like back in the 80s. But betting on a war, that's amazing. You can bet. I mean, there's probably people in the Pentagon making shitloads of money because they know ahead of time what's going to happen.
It's just Nancy Pelosi trading war stocks.
Yeah, but I would hope so. She traded every other stock.
Betting on the war. That's why they call it DraftKings.
DraftKings, there it is. Great line. That's amazing. You could bet on a war, and I'm thrilled though that we're bombing because I'm a lazy joke writer, and I can bring back all my jokes from 2003. All my Iraq jokes is great.
You might get on O&A again.
I'm hoping another running back stabs his wife so I can bring back my OJ jokes. Hopefully, I just bring everything back. Bring another Watergate back. Anything. All my old jokes.
You guys hear about this Watergate?
Yeah, there you go. Bring Iran Contra. Maybe we'll get Iran Contra. We'll start selling them weapons again. That'd be great. But I don't know. I think it's great. You know who loves the war though? All the illegal immigrants. Because nobody's talking about them anymore. Nobody's talking about ICE.
Oh, yeah.
They're out there going, USA. They love it.
Yeah. Well, Cubans and Mexicans, like especially the ones that become immigrants, they become the most conservative people you'll ever meet. For sure.
The Cubans are hardcore Republicans. Once they as soon as they get one foot on the land, they become a Republican.
Yeah.
Well, Marco Rubio, who's the Secretary of State, his parents were from Cuba.
I used to talk to this girl that was from Mexico, and she got her citizenship, and immediately she was like, Donald Trump's the best.
Yeah.
Like, they love it.
He's trying to send them all back. Yeah. She's telling how good he is. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. I didn't think they were still giving citizenships out. I thought Trump stopped that. No one's allowed to be a citizen anymore.
I thought the same thing. We know a Bulgarian woman that just got her citizenship recently.
Wow.
I guess that's not
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're not at war with them.
I thought Trump was deporting Italians for a while. Anybody with olive skin was getting thrown out for a while. That Trump doesn't care. He doesn't care. But I don't know what's going to happen with this war. I'm just hoping to get material out of it. If I get material out of it, keep it going.
Right.
Have you ever taken the citizenship test?
Oh, I would fail. I guarantee I would fail. I'm terrible at test.
Yeah, I can never remember the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner. Like, there's too much.
Is that part of the test?
I think so.
Oh,
I think
you
have to like sing it in tune.
Francis Scott Key wrote it. He couldn't pass that. He couldn't remember.
It's like who led the MLB in home runs in 04.
Maybe I could do that, but that's part of the test. I guarantee I would fail. I would be terrible.
Have you ever had to sing the national anthem anywhere, Ed?
I sang along at baseball games. Right. I was sort of faking it. I mean, just going along with the crowd. I couldn't sing it solo, that's for sure.
I didn't know if you lived like a prior life before comedy where you were a Star Spangled Banner singer.
No, my prior life to comedy was being a drunk. I was a complete drunken mess for a lot of years. So I wouldn't have been singing anything. Well, I would have been singing Irish songs on St. Patrick's Day. I would have been singing, but Star Spangled
I saw
Banner.
that at Fergie's the other day. Like, I think they do it every Sunday night. Like a bunch of old Irish people go in the corner and sing songs, and it's really good. It's a bunch of like old Irish guys, and then their one hot granddaughter. Yeah, and she's playing like the fairy godmother instrument or something. I don't know what shit.
It's like tavern music.
Yeah,
and there's people like river dancing.
There's a guy banging the table.
It sounds so beautiful, and it sucks because they do it right before the open mic.
Yeah,
so I'm like entranced watching traditional Irish music, and then I go hear about jizz for 2 hours.
There used to be a place in Northeast Philly, Coppin and Roland. I forget what it was called. But me and my friends went there one night, and literally it was like an IRA meeting. I thought we were going to get raided. The way these guys, everything was bomb England and get the Queen, and all of a sudden, oh my God, we're all going to get a watch list. So they still do the open mic at Fergie's. Yeah, I went there a couple times. It got to be 20 years ago when I went to Fergie's or longer. 12th and Sampson?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And no parking, right? That's
never parking.
That's the problem with Center City. I would love to get down there more, but once you get old, you concentrate on 3 things: parking, weather, and coffee. That's all you think about. Then parking, you don't want to go anywhere if there's not parking. It's just terrible. You don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the worst part about living in Philly, especially South Philly. It's like I get home from shows because we're all out late, and then you get home and I circle my block for 40 minutes, and then I end up just parking it on a sidewalk and just dealing with the ticket.
Like, whatever, put it on the roof.
I mean, my neighborhood, it used to be, Northeast Philly used to be great. There was plenty of street parking. It's gotten really tight in recent years, and there's nights where I'm parking 2 blocks from my house when I come home from a show. Absolutely. But South Philly was always bad.
Yeah.
South Philly was always bad with parking. I remember being a kid, and there would be stories in the newspaper about the parking wars in South Philly. It was always that way.
It's crazy because I live on a block with no stores. It's all residential,
right?
And
row houses.
Yeah, all row homes, but it's all for some reason it's all still 2-hour parking on my street, and it makes me so mad because it's not I get it if it's in front of like the Apple store, in front of like a store, you need 2-hour parking.
2-hour parking, it's all residential?
Yes. And I've literally written, I went to a community meeting. I've never done this in my life. I went to I went to local government and I sat through like 20 other people's bullshit complaints about like schools, and then
like dogs are too loud. They give you get to the parking thing.
They give you 2 minutes and like you go up there and I'm like,
you did a set?
Yeah, I went up and I was like, hey, like, I don't know if like anyone else thinks this is crazy, but like, and I like kind of got to it and I was like, it shouldn't be 2-hour parking. We all live here. There's no, like, it's crazy. And
where was this event at? Is this like City Hall or you go to a guy's house?
No, it's at like the post office in South Philly.
That's where government happens?
Yeah. That's where we met up.
Just in the middle of your speech being like, I should buy some stamps.
I called
how many of those big envelopes?
This was a process because I originally called the PPA to figure out who to talk to about it.
The only thing in Philadelphia government that works is the PPA. Everything else sucks. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they're on their jobs.
They're the only ones on their job in Philadelphia government.
I called them and they were like, we're not the people for this. They said, call your like local councilman. And I had to like call the 15th district or whatever it was and be like, why is this happening? They were like, you need to come to the meeting. And I was like, I'll do it.
But it's a residential street and there's 2-hour limit for parking.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes.
I would be furious.
Not a store within blocks.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Crazy.
That's terrible. It's amazing the way they fuck you over for parking in Philadelphia. It's amazing. They just go around literally trying to fuck people. That's all they do with parking. There was a big thing in my neighborhood where they were going around booting cars. They're amazing. But nothing else can get done. They can't fix potholes.
I got booted.
They can't stop the crime, but the parking they're on.
I've been booted twice. I actually got kicked out of the PPA office one time for what they called making a threat, which I think I was being pretty calm for what was happening. I owed them $2,000 at one point.
Wow.
And all from it was like 10 tickets, but it was a bunch of late fees.
Wow.
And so I owed them $2,000. They booted me. I ended up getting on a payment plan. And then I missed a payment on the payment plan by like 1 day and they canceled it. And then I had to get back on the payment plan. And to get back on the payment plan, you have to pay 50% of whatever you owe. So it was like, I was down to like $1,400 and I went in there with, I think like $700 cash. And I was like, here, take this, put me back on the payment plan. And they wouldn't put me on it. And they were like, you have to pay us all $1,400 today.
Wow.
And then I started freaking out and I was like, you're going to take this $700 or I'm not leaving. And they were like, is that a threat? And I was like, if you're taking it that way, it is. And then they hit a button, like a silent alarm.
Just shutters.
The trap door goes out.
Does anyone else hear dogs barking?
The biggest guy in Philadelphia came over and grabbed me by the arm and he said, are you going to be a problem? And I said, I'm trying to pay them. I'm not being a problem at all.
They have a button that says release the hounds.
They hit the bank. Yeah. It was like a bank was getting robbed.
If they knew how harmless comedians were, they would be embarrassed to have a security guard. They knew how completely harmless all comedians are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I was trying to give them money. And like they just
Wow.
wouldn't. They were like, you have to pay us double. Like you can't. I was like, just take the money. This is all I
We're
had.
being robbed.
Yeah.
They're
I'm like,
Put it in the bag.
I set money down on the counter and they freaked out.
Oh my God! What the fuck? This city is. They can't catch real criminals, real carjackers and murderers, drug dealers. They're at the Drew because he's giving them $700. Wow!
Drew does those things also, but just not at that time.
They put you on Action News. Be aware of this guy. He's handing money to city officials.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for him. He's dangerous. He carries cash.
Yeah. She goes, "Was that a threat?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm giving you money."
That's
You start
unbelievable.
slapping her.
Only with parking would that happen.
Yeah.
One problem I had with the city was I had these neighbors next door to me, these Spanish people, and they were putting out this gigantic amount of trash, which you're not allowed to do. There's only so much trash.
Right.
But it would be, they would have it lined up and it would be in front of my house. So I got a fine for putting out too much. It wasn't my trash. I had like one bag out there.
Yeah.
So I wrote a letter to the city. This is not my trash. I said, if that incompetent Jim Kenny wasn't allowing all these Section 8 houses, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't get this
It's
fine.
just trash bags full of like pinatas and sombreros.
Yeah,
And
it's like clearly this is not me.
it's just tacos. And you're like, come on.
Hennessy and wife beaters. It's like no way.
I live by myself. I put a little bag out. It looks like a mouse lives there, and I'm getting the fine. What is this?
Ed walks out of the mouse hole under the house and puts a little
Exactly.
bag.
I get nothing, and I'm
It's
getting
like
a
Tom and
fine.
Jerry trash.
So then I
Just
got a
a little
letter.
piece of cheese and a toothpick.
I thought I would get in trouble for writing that about Jim Kenny, and I got a letter. Okay, you've been absolved from this. I said, okay, good.
Oh, they took care of it?
Yeah, they took it off. I said, I'm not paying this $100 fine. It's not my trash.
We did. We looked through the trash. It was Mexican trash. No doubt about it. We
we
opened
could
it. There was
tell.
mariachi music in the bag.
And I even wrote down, like, I've been, my family's owned this row house for like 60 years. This is ridiculous. I put one bag out. I go out there, like you say, out of the mouse hole. I put my thing in. The cat chases me back in. It's terrible. But the parking is unbelievable. The way they care about nothing. They don't care about anything else. There's drug addicts laying all over Kensington Avenue. There's people openly shooting up. They're worried about parking. That's all they care. They are brutal.
I mean, I've seen PPA officers step over people overdosing to put a ticket on a car.
They'll drive right past the shooting. They go put a, they don't care.
They're like ducking bullets to drop a ticket off.
That's a loading zone.
That's all they care about. It is amazing.
I heard a funny story about PPA officers used to they used to wear like brown uniforms in like the early 2000s and the 90s, and people would just beat the shit out of them.
Oh, there were stories of guys getting beat up.
And that's why they dress them like cops now. They wear almost the exact same uniforms as Philly police officers. And it's because they used to get the shit beat out of them.
It's like how snakes are like bright colored to appear scarier. Like PPA, they're like cobras. Like
I thought they were cops, and then you see the PPA patch. When,
you beat them up again.
It's unbelievable the way what they get away with, these parking Nazis. Unbelievable.
Is it
fuck people?
Yeah. What's the charge for fighting a PPA officer?
It's probably
you're going to jail for sure.
You're assaulting some kind of city officials. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's unbelievable.
It's crossed my mind a bunch of times though.
Oh, I don't blame you. Oh my God!
I remember one time
give them money.
I
say thank you to your service every time I see one of those guys. I salute him. I bow.
I say to the trash man that he absolved me from anything. Thank you for your service.
They got me one time. I paid on the app, but I put in the wrong. I had just gotten a new car, so I paid.
I paid tag.
I paid to pay for my old car, and it was only I was in Ishkabibbles, and I paid for 8 minutes of parking, which usually I would just take the chance. Yeah. But I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And the guy came out, showed him on the app that I had made a mistake, and he was like, there's nothing I can do.
There's never anything they can do.
Dude, my voice started trembling. I was like, you people have no integrity.
There's never
just throw his phone.
The PPA are literally like Nazi guards at the concentration camps. We're just following orders.
Yeah.
We're just they can't do anything.
Yeah, you got to take their ticket machine and just roof it.
One time, who was it? They told a guy I know. They told him he had already gotten the ticket. They said, well, if you take it down to the office, you can probably get it off your record. He said, but I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I can take it to the office.
Yeah.
I work. I can't just go to the office in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I don't feel like arguing with overweight black women in your office all day. I'm good.
That's exactly what you say that. But that's what you'd be running into. I'm glad you said that.
I've been there.
I'm sure that's who pushed the button. You ever with
Yeah.
She put down the potato chips and started pushing the button. That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
She
just
pushed
an emergency button full of Takis dust.
What does that tell you? There's so many people coming in there complaining because they've been fucked over. They had to put an emergency button in. Oh, that's funny. So why we don't have gas come down like nitrous gas to take out the person?
It's funny. The guy that checks people in there, he now does comedy in Philly, and he was there the day that I like freaked out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Wait, really?
Yeah,
he was doing open mics.
Noah Saint Amant. He's like, I didn't want to tell you this, but I do remember the day you got kicked out of the PPA office.
He's doing open mics now? Oh,
yeah.
That's funny. That is funny. Holy mackerel. You were trying to give him money. Oh, my God. Well, Tuesday is the big St. Patrick's Day. So the last couple of weekends, we've had the Iron Express that goes around to the bar. Have you guys ever ridden on an Iron Express going around the bars?
I did it once. It was a nightmare.
It would have to be.
This is like a booze cruise.
Yeah.
It's a bus right around St. Patrick's Day every year, longer. And it goes to 6 or 7 different bars. People, you get on and you go and you just drink it. You bar hop on this bus. Iron Express or Shamrock Shuttle, sometimes they call it. I know somebody saying Happy St. Patrick's Day. I can't believe we got a live viewer. Oh, my God.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
He must have a great life if he's watching this live on YouTube. He must have a really exciting life.
Church live stream just ended, so he's in the McGonigal pod now.
Oh, there you go.
I've been saved, and now I want to hear about the Irish. They were all out yesterday. Like,
they do it for a couple of weekends now. And the Iron Express it's unbelievable. I remember one time I was walking past up from Helium, like 23rd and Sampson, where that Bonners is. I don't know if Bonners is still there.
Absolutely.
It was the day after St. Patrick's Day, and the trash was it looked like Iraq. It was unbelievable. The trash all around is from the stupid Irish. I mean, making the Irish look terrible. I mean, it's just,
they bagged it up and put it in front of your house. You got fined for it.
I'm surprised it didn't happen. It's just terrible. I should have been driving on Iron Express back in the day because I used to drive my own car, and I don't know how I didn't kill somebody because I was such a alcoholic and a drunk driver that it's amazing I didn't kill somebody.
Yeah, I mean, the St. Patrick's Day is fun for like if you're young and you're still like trying to go out and drink. I mean, you'll never see more sluts outside than St. Patrick's weekend.
Oh, it's brutal. I mean, of course, you have some stupid people like my father. He was in his 60s still celebrating St. Patrick's Day. He was still going out and getting loaded, but he was an exception. Yeah, but he was an embarrassing exception.
I think the McGonigal name, you're allowed to really turn up this whole month.
Yeah, well, he turned up every month. My father, he turned up 365. He celebrated something 365 days a year.
Really? Irish guy. Alcoholic.
It's hard to believe. It really is hard to believe. Yeah. And died of cirrhosis of the liver, Irish fever.
What are the odds?
Yeah, it was
Irish fever is good.
Irish fever. It was really shocking. You know, when you pass out drunk in your clothes, they call it Irish pajamas. You sleep in I love that, Irish pajamas, which I did many times in my life. I slept in Irish pajamas many times. But yeah, it's an embarrassment to the Irish, this whole St. Patrick's Day. And I used to be part of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, in Ireland, it's a gigantic holy day. All the bars are closed. It's a gigantic. But here we turned it into this drinking embarrassment.
You call it the island? I
guess Ireland.
It's just my stupid way I lisp.
I was like, I guess it is an island, but
well, it is.
It's just like Irish people speaking like Jamaicans.
It's the Emerald Isle. Yeah,
I'm trying to do I don't know Irish accent, but I'm just imagining the Island Boys doing it.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be actually. I think
fish and chips. We got the bangers and mash on the island.
There's much more gun violence in Ireland than there is in Jamaica. That's how you can tell the difference.
Is there
really?
Oh no, Ireland was brutal for years, but the fighting between the Catholics and the Protestants just brutal.
I know England, there's like almost no gun violence.
Yeah, it's all knives. I thought the Irish used like sticks.
Yeah.
But I mean, they calmed it down in the number from like the late 60s until like the late 90s. It was bad. I mean, the Catholics and the Protestants it was Northern Ireland was a war zone. They literally had the British Army occupying it. There were tanks. There were checkpoints you had to go through.
Wow.
It was brutal. Yeah, I know some friends who went over there. I wouldn't have been brave enough to go over there. But yeah, it was brutal until they had the Good Friday peace treaty in the late 90s.
I want to go over to Ireland. I think it seems like a beautiful place. I don't know what I would do over there though, other than like stare off of a cliff and then maybe eating mutton.
From what I understand, the people I know have gone over there, it's literally you're just going over there to drink. Or if you're a tourist, that's you just go around to the different Irish bars, and it's just a drinking thing, which would have been good when I was younger, but now I would drop dead if I tried to do that now. But but it's I guess it's fun if you're a young guy and you want to go have a drinking tour of Ireland.
Yeah, I want to go have a big Guinness and then just be like, "Where's Winterfell?" Point me to the north.
Yeah.
I want to see pet a dire wolf.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, who knows.
2 Guinnesses. I'm like, where Walter Frey bitch ass at?
It's like to every local, like, you talk like a wildling.
Yeah, I don't know, but the American Irish, we just like me. I'm with a green hat. It's stupid. It's every March 17th, and we just make a mockery out of our heritage. Nobody else makes a mockery out of their heritage the way the Irish does. There's a drink called an Irish car bomb, for Christ's sake,
right?
Named after the car bombs that the IRA used to set off. I mean, it's just awful.
Yeah,
just make a
Irish.
Are you Irish, James? Or?
I found out I was Irish like 2 years ago. I did the 23andMe, and
I would have thought with the name. I have a friend of mine named Moss, and he's Irish, so I would have thought that. And
both green.
What's that?
Moss is green.
Yeah, there you go.
I
don't know, but I would just assume. You know,
yeah.
I don't,
also, Randy Moss, famous
Irish
Irish
guy. Randy Moss was
just
Irish
river dancing in the end zone.
Top of his head to the bottom of his shoes. Randy Moss, big Irish guy, big 4-leaf clover.
Did that leprechaun just go for 200 yards? I was thinking it's like, so the Irish have like their own day that they celebrate. Like Italians 17th. Don't have that.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you count Mother's Day.
No, Columbus Day. Columbus Day is a big.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I liked what you were going for there, though.
Yeah, whatever. No, I'm over it.
No, Columbus Day. Then they tried to change it, and the Italian societies have been fighting. They tried to change it to Indigenous People Day.
Well, they found out he's not even Italian. Columbus was like Chinese or something.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna call a haul on that one. That sounds like something council would have come up with.
Yeah.
I think Columbus was Italian. I'd love to be a lot of really pissed off Italian guys if he wasn't. But that's a big part of.
I think the whole thing is people think he was Spanish, and Italians are like, "Fuck no, he was Italian."
Because what's her name gave him the ships.
The
Queen. I can't think.
People think he was a conquistador.
Yeah, no, he was but he's. I mean, that's a point of pride in the Italian community. Columbus discovered America accidentally. He was, he thought he was looking for India. But still,
yeah,
he found it.
I know a couple guys that were very Italian guys that were down at the South Philly Christopher Columbus statue, defending it with baseball bats.
Absolutely,
people were trying to tear it down.
That's a famous video on YouTube. They're standing out there.
My
with
boy
bats.
Johnny Garbarino was down there with a fucking bat.
Best summer of our lives.
He's just yelling.
It was just 4 square months of dudes trying to take statues and like, I'll die before you fucking.
There were a bunch of them. They had a whole posse, an Italian posse around the Columbus statue. But then they put a box around it. Now I forget if it's
just putting a cardboard box over it is so funny.
Is it still like that, or
I think so.
Yeah,
they got to bring him back out.
They were pissed. And Philadelphia had back in the 70s. You guys weren't around. We had a mayor of Philadelphia, Frank Rizzo, who was Italian. He was he was a police commissioner.
The old crumb bum guy.
Yeah. A crumb creep lush.
Yeah.
Called the guy. Yeah. But he was a gigantic force, and even the Italians loved him. And he was 8 years. He was the mayor of Philadelphia, and he didn't fool around. If he was alive, he might have went down and fist fought somebody himself. But he was. You read about him back in the days when he was a police officer before. They had the rules when police were still allowed to beat. They would take guys in alleyways and just beat the hell out of people. So he was a tough guy.
That was the mayor.
Yeah, this is when he was just a regular cop.
Yeah.
He would just beat the hell out of people. So his nickname was the Cisco Kid when he was a police officer. They would pull up and tell guys on the corner, "We're coming back in 10 minutes. If you're still here, don't be here." And if you were still there, they put you in the back of the wagon, take you to a vacant lot somewhere, and beat the hell out of you.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that now. They have all these rules now.
Yeah,
everybody's too sensitive now.
It would be cool if we could watch body cam footage of that, just police kidnappings and like dropping them
awesome.
off.
It's just a horse stomping a guy.
That would be awesome. I mean, my grandfather was a cop, and I don't know what I still have his nightstick. So I don't know if he ever hit anybody with that nightstick or not.
You got to hit that thing with like a black light one day.
They used to call it the hickory shampoo when he would hit you in the head with the hickory shampoo. They would hit you with the nightstick. stick, the old shampoo, the old wooden shampoo.
How do you have an Irish word for everything?
I try.
Hickory
The hickory shampoo. I still have the nice thing. I look at it and think, I wonder how many guys get hit with this thing. I mean,
The hickory shampoo
The
is so
hickory
funny.
shampoo, man. They used to get them.
Old, not saying you're old, Ed, but
No,
old
I
people,
am old. I am
old guys
old.
say the funniest shit.
I am old. 60, 60. So I am
Hey,
officially old.
congrats. That's awesome.
My dad's
That's not that
64,
awesome.
and he compares everything to a guy with one leg. Like, no matter what situation you're in, I'll be like, how you been? He's like, fucking busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Oh yeah, that's the
Like,
thing. Bigger than a one-arm, busier than a one-arm paper hanger.
Yeah.
That's the old saying. Yeah.
Dude, he's got like 20 different sayings about one-legged men.
Oh,
It's
that's
so
funny.
funny.
That's funny, man. Is he live in Philadelphia too?
No, he's an upstate New York guy.
Oh, is that where you're from?
Yeah.
Upstate New York. So is he a real curmudgeon like he's 64? Is he like complain about everything?
Yeah,
I-
kind of. He complains a lot, but he's got a good spirit. He golfs a lot. He's retired now, so
I
he just
was
kind of
gonna
hangs
say-
out.
driving around drinking beers and playing
Yeah,
golf.
There you
he
go,
just drinks
there
and
you go.
drives all day.
There you go.
Golfs.
And this man after my own heart, the drinking and driving. There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
I remember like when I found
There the
out.
guys are in South Philly.
Late on that, I couldn't find a good file.
Going to statue. There they are. When they
Oh, yeah.
had covering their faces. And that was pre-COVID. They were hiding their faces.
Guys in full military gear. Like,
So funny.
it's just like his grandfather's military costume.
There you go. But what, you were going to tell a funny story about your dad?
Oh no, I just remember like what I don't even know if it's funny, but I remember like finding out that drinking and driving was illegal like in my later teen years and being like wait, what? Like because at all times
So
my
obviously
dad-
you can have a couple beers open in the car. That's
Yeah.
what Dad does.
yeah, because my dad had an old Ford truck and it was only like the 3 seats in the front and so I remember like he would just always have a beer like a PBR in the cup holder. And
Sure.
but I never saw my dad drunk ever in my life. And
Oh.
he would drink 25, 30 beers a day.
Well,
And
you've never seen him sober is the thing.
maybe
So-
that's the
so
problem.
he was a functioning alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
Like my dad. My dad
Yeah.
was a functioning alcoholic.
My dad's the man. He was never like I mean, he definitely like he was never violent. I will say I
Oh, so you
deservedly
didn't get hit?
No, I deservedly got hit sometimes. But I'm saying like when I think of like violent drunk, it's like toward a woman or like
no.
come in like being violent. Like if I
Right, just picking up a lamp and you're
the
like,
only
oh,
time
shit.
she would hit me is if I ever like talked back to my mom and then she would go get him and then he was always just chilling on the couch. My mom was always the one that got mad, but then she would always be like, I'm gonna go get your father. I'd be like, fucking go get him then, and then I'd be like, ah, shit.
Was he verbally abusive? My father was verbally abusive.
Sometimes, but not really. He was always my dad's the man.
My father was a very verbally abusive person when he was drinking.
Yeah.
And my mother had a drinking problem too, so I got both. I was lucky. And she was a non-functioning alcoholic. She never held a job, never left the house, just drank. Just drank at home.
Yeah, I got lucky with that. My mom was a kindergarten teacher. She drank, but not like a ton. She's very Catholic and like she's pretty rooted in some good stuff.
I don't know how
My
many
dad's a psycho, so I don't know how that they ended up together. But
opposites attract.
yeah,
Well, I don't know how many days I came home from school. My mother was sleeping off a late morning load on the couch when I would come home from school. But I remember March of 1981. That's how old I am. I had to wake my mother to tell her that Ronald Reagan got shot. The president got shot. The president got shot. She was trying to wake her up from a late morning load. To tell her
She's
the
like
president-
hammered, like they got Eisenhower.
No, they got Hoover.
Calvin Coolidge, no.
Oh, my father, I was sitting right next to him at the dinner table, and he would just put the fork down, clock me in, and go right back to eating. And then God knows what I even did half the time. I don't know. I don't know.
Carrots are overcooked.
Yeah.
It's fucking-
At the time, I guess I thought I deserved it.
I told you stop letting the peas touch the mashed potatoes, Ed.
God
We
knows.
separate foods on plates in this dining room.
God knows what I did, but I must have did something. Or at least he thought so. I get clocked a lot, man.
I'm sorry that happened.
Did you come from a big family?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh
So
man,
I get all the shots can went to one person.
yeah.
So it's like quiet. You're like hitting the floor.
Yeah, so it was quiet all day till my father. You'd hear my father's car pull up and go, "Oh no!" And he would come in, pissed off, move, throw the newspaper down, start yelling at my mother. So, oh boy, here we go. I got to the point where I knew what time he was coming home, so I would just make sure I was out of the house when he would get home because it
Smart.
wasn't pretty. It was never pretty. Do you
Yeah.
see where the Atlanta Hawks were planning a night where they were going to honor a local strip club? Did you see it? They were going to
Yeah,
honor
Magic City night.
Magic City. How great is that? They were going to honor a strip club. And then it got canceled, unfortunately, but they were good.
They
That's
pulled it.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's Atlanta, so like unless they're doing like gay AIDS night, I don't know what else they would do. It's like Atlanta really only has two things. It's like AIDS and strip clubs. So.
AIDS and strip clubs. That's awesome. But I mean, that's so funny. It's the NBA. Why cancel it? It's the NBA. Everybody knows those NBA players love strip clubs. Have it.
Yeah. Also, it is funny because the Hawks like aren't good this year, and I saw a thing where Hawks tickets have been like historic low prices this year. They're selling tickets for like $8 a game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
that's great.
the Magic City night tickets were up to $160. And then they removed the Magic City night and tickets immediately went back down.
The thing that blew me away was I didn't realize there's an actress named Jamie Gertz who's part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know if you guys remember. She was big in the 80s. Remember her, Jim? Jamie Gertz?
No, it's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, close. She was in what was she was in Twister and she was in the Less Than Zero, but she was an attractive girl back in the day. And now I said
she's part owner of the Hawks.
She's part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. I was like, what? That's the same woman? She used to be an actress. I can't believe she was defending the decision to honor Magic City.
I think Magic City night's cool. You go to the ticket booth and you throw singles at the
absolutely
like one, please.
Making it rain on the popcorn.
Again, it's the NBA. What the hell's the difference? I mean, what's the difference? They love it.
Also, what could they have possibly done? It's not like it's still pretty family friendly. It's the NBA. They're not going to have strippers giving kids lap dances. It's like
no, but maybe the fathers. Maybe the fathers get a lap dance. I mean, I don't know, but you're right. The NBA is so expensive. I can't believe you said it was only $8 for a ticket. They really must be desperate.
Yeah. Well, Sixers tickets are low this year too.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that because that's Jamie Gertz. I don't know. She was big in the 80s and 90s. And
oh wow, what a looker!
She was big back then, but I don't know.
Titty twisters. That's what I'd do to her.
Not bad.
There you go. That's a sequel coming up,
folks.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Philadelphia, they should imagine if they honored Delilah's Den or they honored Club Risqué. That would be awesome.
I would like that.
I'd go.
I can't believe they didn't do it during the Iverson years because from what I understand, he was living in strip clubs, Iverson. So they should have done.
We had some guy like 2 years ago tell some guy that listens to me and Naeem's podcast, Durag. He told us that he was a big fan of the show and he worked at Club Risqué and he could get us basically like told us he could set us up with like a VIP experience for like us and like our fans to go to Risqué and like so we were like sure we'll do it. He made it sound like he was a manager at Club Risqué. We got there.
Did they put together a show? Like, were you doing time?
No.
He's like a busboy.
Yeah, no, didn't work there at all. His girlfriend was a stripper there, and
so funny.
We got there and like he told us basically he made a flyer for it that we were having like Durag and the Deer Tag night at Club Risqué, and we were just gonna have like a private section. It was none of that. He walked in. We had to pay the cover charge. He gave me and Naeem each $20 in ones, and that was it. That was it.
Wow.
It was crazy.
What a guy.
That's so funny. What was the cover? 25.
25. Yeah, we lost money on it. Yeah.
So Kenzo had this funny joke about how because he's older, he can't go to strip clubs anymore. He said, the last time I walked in, the DJ said, Cinnamon, your dad is here to drive you home.
That's good.
So, but one time I did a show upstairs at Club Risqué on Delaware Avenue.
Okay.
But it was upstairs. It was a retirement party for a police officer.
Okay.
And it was like 30 pissed off cops because they had to sit through this comedy show. They wanted to be downstairs with the stripper. And all of a sudden, these cops didn't want to be. They wanted to be down with the stripper. I wanted to be downstairs with the strippers.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was to give these guys a comedy show before they went to the strip club.
The biggest nightmare in the world.
They should have just went to the strip club.
They also have to walk through the strip club to go upstairs.
The whole thing,
you're just looking at tits and they're like, Ed McGonigal?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine your retirement party of strippers and there's McGonigal. Who would take McGonigal? Nobody. McGonigal wouldn't take McGonigal. It was I stopped there. Who planned this? What lunatic planned this? This poor guy did 30 years on the police and this is what you do to him? This is the thanks he gets for sitting for my act? That's
the next comic better have huge tits or I'm going to be...
Kensel brings out a huge titted puppet.
That would have been great. That would have been awesome. Would you guys ever have any crazy experience at a strip club? Anything?
I'm not a strip club guy. I've been in a relationship for a long time, but I do the thing where anyone that's like working like service, I have to make eye contact with them because it's like the polite thing to do. But then at strip clubs, everyone thinks that means like they want it. So everyone like ladies will come over and be like, do you want to go into the sucky fucky room? I'm like, no, I'm a good Christian boy, but thank you for your service.
No,
You're
I never
doing
went
great.
into a private one. The one I think I told this. I might have told this story when Dru was here before. That I went. It was in Las Vegas, and I get a lap dance from this woman. But what I didn't know was she had a spray-on tan on, so she gave me a lap dance. So I walk out. It's in the afternoon too. I walk outside, and people are staring at me. I look down.
You just have blackface.
It looked like I fell in paint. Oh my! I was covered in brown paint. It was I couldn't believe it.
Oh my god.
She's just got like a 4'8", like just like grabbing her tits, white spot on her body. It's just.
I came out of the mouse hole and asked for a strip dance, for a lap dance.
It's so good.
I was covered with brown paint. Cancel was
So
I would pay $500 to watch you get a lap dance.
It was, and she had these like fake tits, like they were sort of off. One was up here, and one was down here. But I can't describe how much paint was on my body. It looked like the Three Stooges, like Shemp falling in paint. That's how much paint was on me. I was covered in paint. I just want to get a lap dance, and now I'm covered in. How does this happen? How did that? It was like my late mother was punishing me for getting a lap dance. My late mother, my aunts, all my Catholic aunts were punishing me for getting a lap dance.
It's so funny. Just you like completely brought. You look like a penny.
Exactly. All my clothes were covered in brown paint. It was unbelievable. It looked like I was like Tom Sawyer painting.
So funny.
It's just it was so bad. That can only happen to me. That's my life. That's the type of things that happen.
I've had some good times in strip clubs. I've
robbed several times.
Yeah, I have been robbed in a strip club once.
Really? Gunpoint?
No. Well,
titty point.
Titty point. Yeah, I don't even know if it's really considered a robbery. I walked into this one strip club in San Francisco, and the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, still to this day, she like grabbed me as soon as I walked in there. She saw me and said, "That's a mark right there. I got him."
Oh, always.
And she asked me, she said she like led with this. She was like, for $200 we can mess around for a little bit.
Wow.
She goes, for $400 you can do whatever you want to me.
Wow.
And I had just gotten off the plane that day. I said I brought $400 to San Francisco.
Bad move.
Good to know. So I gave her all of the money I had.
Top. Gave her everything. Good.
I was in San Fran for a week. I gave her every dollar I had immediately.
Wait. Actually, let me get one drink and then
So then you were broke the rest of the week?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the plan was I could do whatever I wanted with this beautiful lady. And so we like get back in the private room or whatever, and she put a condom on me and she got on top of me and we had sex for maybe 30 seconds.
Wow.
And probably less than that. It was very quick, because if it was 30, I probably would have come. But dude, yeah, it was very fast. And then the song changed in the strip club. And then she got up and she told me, if we want to keep going, I have to pay for another song. And I was like, I just kind of sat there with a condom on my penis, looking around like I have nothing left.
Wow.
And then she was like, well, I have to go then. And she walked out of the room, and then the bouncer came in.
And told you to get out.
As I was kind of
He
still
put a condom on
I
you
was
and
kinda
started having sex with you.
I was kind of still sitting there like, is she coming back? The bouncer's like, you gotta go. And then my friend, I was sitting at the bar, and my friend, like 20 minutes later, he walked out of the back. This is like cartoonishly funny. He walked out of the back with two girls around his arms, and he's like, what happened to you? I was like, dude, that girl like kind of robbed me for $400. He's like, you paid her $400? He's like, I gave them, I think he gave them like $150 to have sex with both of them.
They're in the fun room. They're in the bounce house.
Yeah.
It's like they got snacks back there.
Oh
This place is
my
awesome.
God.
Yeah.
It's a shame she didn't work for the PPA. She wouldn't have took your money.
Is that a threat?
That's unbelievable. Oh my God. That's a horror story. That really
Yeah.
hear these horror stories about these strippers playing on people.
Well, I mean, yeah. I was dumb enough to do it. Like,
Yeah, you got upsold.
yeah,
Oh my-
I got upsold for sure. I didn't read the fine print.
You never tell the stripper how much money you have.
No, she led with that. She kind of knew how much money I had. She
Oh,
said
shit.
for 200 we can mess around, for 400, and I was
Maybe-
like,
She just
Maybe your-
nailed it.
I go,
maybe
well,
your
that's
friend
perfect.
ratted
I
you.
Lucky
have.
guess.
Yeah.
Maybe your friend ratted you, told her you had $400.
He's
That's
only got
unbelievable.
$400.
That's unbelievable. Oh my! I used to see the Pickle Man at the Penthouse Club. Oh no, you don't want to see the Pickle Man.
Is that a euphemism?
Now, do you guys know the Pickle Man?
It's you, isn't it?
He lives
No,
on Drury Lane.
I'm not the Pickle Man. Pickle Man is a guy. His name is Steve. He owns a truck where he drives around the bars and he sells pickles off the truck. But he used to, at night and weekends, he would produce comedy shows. He was one of the big bookers in the area at one time, Pickle Man. So you would try to get gigs from Pickle Man. Steve, I swear to God, I worked for him a bunch of times. A bunch of New York guys used to come down and work for him. Guys who were now famous, Ray Romano and Kevin James. Jim Norton used to come down and work for him. He ran a bunch of comedy shows all over the Philadelphia. Pickle Man. Steve, he still drives his pickle truck around. I saw him the other day driving his pickle truck around. But
He's still booking shows?
No, not so much. But he sort of got out of the business. He's probably pushing 70 now. But he used to come on stage. He would perform too. On a bike, there he is. There's a Pickle Man. A bicycle with a toilet seat on the bicycle. The seat of the bicycle was a toilet. He would drive on stage and beep his horn. And he just did all these old jokes. But a bunch of New York guys used to come down because it's so hard to get stage time in New York. They would come down and do Pickle Man shows. Everybody worked for Pickle back in my generation. He put on a bunch of shows. It's insane that a guy was selling pickles in the daytime and producing comedy shows at night.
Yeah, and working with Ray Romano and Kevin James.
And now he tells me, I used to write for those guys. He never wrote anything for those guys. He tells people that he didn't.
It's funny now you have to be like an algorithm social media guy. Back in the day, you just had to know a pickle salesman.
You just had to know a
That's how you get into the biz.
It was completely different. And there was no internet. It was just, you had to call, there he is on his toilet, and you had to call him, and it was just ridiculous. And he would call you, and he would call you back at all hours of the day and night. You want to do a show? He was just, and he would tell you, Get there early. They put out a spread. He would always be telling you about how the venue would put free food
Spread
out.
of pickles.
No, but he would pay you shit money, but that was his way of making up for it. You could eat the venue's food that he wasn't paying for. Get there early. Roast beef, ziti. Get there early. But me and Cancel, every once in a while he'll put a show on now, and Cancel and Witt are like his go-to guys now, still to do show. But he used to do a shitload. Everybody worked for Pickle Man. I know it sounds crazy for your younger generation, but he was a big deal.
No, we missed the Pickle Man.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
We'll talk after this. I want to get his number at least.
Yeah.
See if I can still get a gig.
215-435-0094. That's the Pickle Man's number. I'm going to forget that number. But,
that's his real number?
That's his real number.
How'd you do that?
Why not? But yeah, he was a piece of work.
He delivers pickles. It's not a crime to give the guy's number out.
It's on the side of his truck, that number. Everyone knows his number. But I can't believe I memorized. I don't remember many numbers, but I have that one memorized. But Pickle Man was some piece of work. And still is. He's still alive. And he used to claim that he was drafted in the Major League Baseball draft. That he was I was in the Oakland A's farm system, which is complete nonsense.
That's so funny. I have a friend that he says the same thing. And he was just good in high school baseball. And he goes, I was drafted. I had a tryout with the Reds. And that's like he's still to this day. We're like, that never happened. And he's still
played on the Marlins for 12 years. Now
you guys don't remember when I went to Cincinnati for that summer? We're like, no.
If you saw this guy, the idea that he would tell people he's an athlete is the funniest thing, but he was drafted by the Oakland A's. Yeah, he was a piece of work. He was some piece of work. Steve the Pickle Man, you missed a lot. Well, you really didn't miss anything. Trust me, it's better now when you get on the internet and do your own thing.
Yeah.
It's much better now.
I think it's much easier what we're doing.
Well, it's good. The old days you literally had all these gatekeepers, and you had to kiss their ass. And now you can put yourself out there and try to get your own thing. Guys put their own shows on. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I missed it. I'm an old washed up guy now, but it's great for these young guys to be able to.
You can still throw your hat in the ring. Make a Yahoo account.
Yeah, and throw my own hat.
The gatekeepers are nice though, because you kind of do need them to some extent. Because if not, then
there's so many popular comics that are just horrible.
And the scene now is a lot of that in Philly. It's a lot of like just complete dog shit comics that the gatekeepers kind of left when COVID happened, which was good. But then
now the gates are open, and
now the gates are open,
being sieged.
Yeah, I mean, boy, are the unfunniest people in the world running shows, and like they have some pull now. And I just remember I was like, oh, when I started, like you would have been third half at Raven Lounge. You motherfuckers would have been going up at 1:85 in the morning.
We would have made up a new time.
Yeah, we would have put new times out for you fuckers. But now y'all are getting 9 p.m. spots. It's crazy.
When I first started, the old Comedy Works down on Chestnut Street, there were 20 comics, and that's it. If you had to stand in line, and if you weren't one of the first 20, you weren't getting on.
Yeah.
It was just who queued up in line. It was like bathroom break rules.
Yep. And if you get out of line, you weren't getting back in line.
That's crazy. It's not that anymore. Now it's all like online signups.
Yeah,
the lists are 85 deep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Do you guys read about that teacher who got killed in that prank? They were pulling a prank on him.
Yeah, what happened? They were like throwing eggs at him or something?
Yeah, toilet paper his house or something, and he ran out there, and he accidentally fell down. One of the kids trying to get away accidentally ran.
That's got to be a detention at the minimum.
Oh, at least.
It's like at least 2 detentions.
That's a paddling or
at least you would get to have to do
you
summer
kill
school.
your teacher.
Summer school.
That's ISS. Yeah.
Get him an apple. Somebody get him
an apple. Put an apple
Put an apple in his casket. Mouth. Yeah, but they dropped it.
This looks like a pig.
They dropped the charges. They're not being charged.
So he was running.
He ran out there like they were toilet paper in his house, and he ran out there. So the kids jumped in the car to try to get away, and he apparently fell down, and one of the kids ran him over with the car by accident, which is the funniest thing. Everybody talks about killing their teacher. These guys actually did it.
Right.
These guys actually killed their teacher.
Yeah, with their parents' car. It's like, and now the charges are dropped. It's literally a thing that won't affect them at all in 3 years.
Yeah.
Guys,
it's all my mom's insurance.
Yeah, the insurance goes through the roof. Mom's
It's
insurance
so
goes
fun.
through the
You
roof.
pull up to the house, and your mom's like, "What happened to the bumper?" It's like the bumper. His fucking teeth in the grill.
But that's so funny. But that sounds like something happened out of a movie.
Mom, remember how Mr. Johnson said I wouldn't be shit in life? I ran him over with my car.
There's that drive back home where you're like, "Oh, we're probably not going to do the test on Monday." I hadn't finished my project. This is probably for the best.
This is probably good. I'll get extra credit. Maybe you get extra credit for running your teacher over. I don't know. Maybe you do. But that is so funny. Kill your teacher. Jesus.
Yeah. If you ever want to get out of reading the Scarlet Letter, just assassinate your teacher.
Oh, I remember being a kid, you fantasizing about the school burning down. Like, it'd be great if the school burned down.
Yeah.
Being a stupid kid, not realizing they would just send you to another school. I would think, you won't have to go to school.
Yeah.
It's like you just get to eat candy all summer.
Yeah, I was stupid enough to think that would mean something. Oh, there's no. There's
I don't know
school.
if they. I wonder if they still do it as much. But I remember when I was in school, bomb threats were huge. Like we used to have bomb threats a couple times a year.
Wow. I mean, I heard about that phenomenon like after I get older. It never happened when I was a kid, but I would hear about that as kids would phone in bomb
like
threats.
the late 2000s, like 2008 to like 2011. I remember all the time in high school, we'd because they had fire drills too where you'd evacuate, and then sometimes you'd evacuate the school and you'd be out there for a while, and we'd be like, "What's going on?" And then the teacher would be like, "Oh, it's just a bomb threat."
Wow.
I'd be like, "Really?
Bomb threat?
A bomb threat in Tully, New York?"
Yeah, they're checking the school for bombs.
It's a town of 800 people, and you'd wait like 20 yards away from the school for maybe an hour. And then they'd be like, "Yeah, you're good to go back in." I'm like, "Really?
Wow.
You guys swept the whole
thing for bombs?"
Yeah.
I didn't hear a dog.
I didn't hear one dog. It's just it's just
Who
a janitor.
Who swept? Who swept?
He just like looked in one closet. I don't see a bomb.
Here's the thing.
The janitor putting his ear up to like the ceiling.
My father, I just told you about, the drunken, abusive father. He was a school janitor. I can't imagine him sweeping for a bomb. He wouldn't even try. He just, everything's good. Go all back in.
That's what they did.
Could barely get him to sweep the floor.
Exactly. He was probably having a few in the janitor's closet. Oh my God. Now you say that about fire drills. We used to do these fire drills. And looking back, they were the most half-assed fire drills. If the fire actually happened, nobody would have followed that.
Yeah.
Everybody would have just ran for it. Everybody would have just ran for it.
Well, they were so like fire drills happened like so often in high school and were so recited that you almost didn't fear a real fire happening.
Yeah, of course.
You'd be like, "All right, get in the line.
You
We'll
hear
walk
the noise.
out."
Yeah.
If I saw a real fire, I'm jumping out the window, punching a teacher.
Nobody would have followed that stupid protocol.
Mrs. Swayze's getting punched in her head, and I'm running out of the school.
Definitely would have been a stampede if there was an actual fire. I promise you that. Those fire drills were the worst thing ever. Nobody would have followed that.
It's weird that there's no fire drills anymore. As if fires don't exist as an adult.
Well, they must. You don't think they do active shooter drills in schools, right? That's been replaced. Fire's been trumped by gunfire.
But even as like
it would be funny at like Helium or at like an Applebee's or something.
Well,
You're just in the middle of an appetizer and they're like, "All right, fire drill, everyone outside."
Chili's.
You have to take your margarita outside.
Helium and Punchline are both great clubs, but if there was ever a fire and it would be a
fucked.
disaster because there's one exit in both places. You can't be a stampede.
I'm just going to the green room and getting on the toilet. I'm turning on the sink.
Helium's below street level.
Splashing water on myself.
helium is below street level. You imagine trying to get out of there if there was actually a fire, and that fire.
There's
it would be a disaster.
absolutely nothing you can do. in helium.
God knows how
chance.
many people would be killed, and I'm sure they're thrilled to hear me say that on the audio.
Yeah.
This is me when helium's on fire. All right, I'm gonna get out of here on this.
Yeah. Do I get an extra 5 minutes if the other guy leaves? Oh my Lord, that's so funny.
I did a show at the Stand like a year ago. Story Wars is a live podcast, and Keith Robinson was on it. And the Stand in the basement of it, it's the same setup. It's like, if this is on fire, we're fucked. It's in a basement in New York City. There's no way out of here. And I remember I was like pinned in on the wall, and Keith Robinson was sitting next to me.
Just the most disabled person of all time.
It took Keith 20 minutes to walk on stage, and I was like, man, if there's a fire, we're all dying tonight. This is bad.
I remember seeing Keith 35 years ago when I was first hanging around, and he was the funniest. I mean,
he's so funny.
He would just kill. He used to do this thing about how, white people seeing Elvis Presley all the time. He would do Al Sharpton, saying, "All you white people see Elvis Presley. All you James Brown. I mean, what's his name? Marvin Gaye's been back for 6 months. How come you haven't seen him? You guys are all racist. You only see the white guys that come back." Keith was the funniest guy, man.
Was that a topical joke at the time?
Yeah,
or that's crazy.
There were all these reported sightings that Elvis was alive.
Okay, I thought you were talking about.
No. And so he did Al Sharpton. I forget that I'm that old. I forget my that reference.
Keith doing like
Stand up
topical
in the-
JFK jokes.
He's doing stand up in 62.
No, it was but
This Marilyn Monroe.
It was Keith was so funny. Keith,
Moon landing.
yeah, I can see. Yeah, Keith. Well, why not? Keith was the funniest, man.
I got rules. He's the man.
Oh, he was so great. Hey, do you guys have any in your phone? Do you have any dead people's phone numbers in your phone?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I probably have like 15 dead people's phone numbers, and I'm like, why do I not? I don't know. I
Right.
don't want to delete them. I don't want to delete these phone numbers.
You have Reagan?
It's a weird thing.
Some of them might be turned over now. You know what I mean? So it could be like a
That's
new guy
very
that picks the
possible.
number up.
Yeah, I never called any of them, but I
Yeah.
was looking at my phone. I must have 15 dead people. Why do I? But I don't want to delete them.
How long after you die does your number become someone else's?
That's a
I
good
don't know.
question. I don't know. I have no idea how long once the number gets abandoned, or I don't know.
I feel really bad for whoever gets my number next.
Oh, that
Because
was
it's just going to be some stranger getting gay guys texting him all the time.
whoever has my number is not going to be contacted for comedy gigs because I'm not. So
Not
they don't
getting
have to worry about you're not going to get any phone calls
Yeah.
return.
Yeah, unless
That's
the
for
Pickle
sure.
Man lives to 120.
Yeah, even the Pickle Man hasn't called me in a while, so but nobody's calling me. So whoever gets my number, don't worry. No comedy bookers are calling you. I can assure you, you will not be bothered by comedy bookers.
Just a very peaceful phone
Oh,
number,
it's a
not
very,
being bothered.
very- nobody. I call people and never get returned. So it's fine. You'll be good. You'll be good.
The old invisible phone number.
Yep. There's cobwebs on my phone number. Trust me.
Hang on.
Did you guys read about the Girl Scouts who were selling Girl Scout cookies in front of the pot store? There was a pot store and they set up a table. And
Genius.
They were
Very
doing,
funny.
but then they got in trouble. Apparently, the head of the local Girl Scout chapter told them they shouldn't be doing that. I was
Yeah.
like, well, why shouldn't they? It's legal. Pot stores are legal. Why
Yeah.
shouldn't they be doing that? That sounds like the perfect place to sell Girl Scout cookies in front of the pot store.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're in front of the grocery store.
Yeah, in
where
front of the
yeah.
grocery store. Or
Yeah.
the back. Well, it used to be in my neighborhood, but now my neighborhood is dangerous, so they don't let the girls out there.
Yeah.
You can't find Girl Scout cookies in my neighborhood. All the parents are
I
afraid
go
of
to
putting
the
them
South
clothes.
Philly Acme. They're still there.
Oh yeah, they used to be all over my neighborhood. But the pot store is the perfect place. Well, why would I don't know why it would be wrong. It's legal now. If
I
pot's
bought-
legal, why wouldn't it be
I
okay
actually
to sell
bought-
cookies?
I bought Girl Scout cookies the other day, 3 boxes. They take Venmo now, which was nice.
Wow, and they're $6 now.
$6 a
right?
piece.
Yeah.
The girl I bought them from was, I'm not kidding, 6'3", 6'4". She was like
Nice.
Ryan Foster size.
Nice.
It was, I remember looking up at her, and her mom was like about my size or smaller. And
Go ahead, honey. Give him the box.
yeah, and I was like,
she like hands it down to
yeah, I
you.
was like, your gigantic daughter. She
looked
should
like
be in the NBA.
It looked
It's
like the
crazy.
scene in Jurassic Park when
Yeah.
reaching out to Laura Dern.
Yeah.
But you sure it wasn't a transition? You sure it was an actual girl?
I don't know. She was young, but
Oh, that's
yeah, I guess
funny.
that doesn't matter
But
anymore.
To me, these girls are like the future entrepreneurs, future Jeff Bezos coming up with the idea to be in front of a pot store.
That's very
Right.
clever.
Brilliant.
You don't even have to go see them in person. You can just buy Girl Scout cookies on Amazon now.
Oh, that's bullshit.
If it's nice because you don't have to
Yeah,
support
you're
women.
right. That
Yeah.
is.
You can just get the
Yeah. I didn't even realize that. I would have done that. I didn't realize. Well, now I know next year to do that. Well, we did about an hour, didn't we, Jim? just about an hour. I want to thank you guys for coming. This was a great pod.
Dude, so fun.
We didn't get to these stupid topics, but that's good. The topics we did were better. That's priceless. You fucking PPA story. Trying to give them money and they wouldn't take it. Jesus. What a bunch of fucking jerk offs. Holy Christ.
They're running a nightmare association.
I didn't think it was possible to hate the PPA more, but you made me hate them more.
No, I think I do take the title. I had a point when I owed them all that money, I would like see them even if they weren't ticketing me, and I would just fucking give them mean looks and like for years I hated them.
Oh, I guess that's unbelievable. Jesus,
but
what a bunch of ball breakers.
Yeah, it's all karma, dude.
What the fuck? Well, let's
karma.
Yeah, as soon as you,
which is a stripper's name. Karma.
Yeah.
Karma's a good stripper.
You got to treat the PPA how you want to be treated.
There you go.
Sucking off the PPA.
You guys got any gigs to plug? James, any gigs to plug?
Yeah, doing shows all over. I'm on the road with Dru a bunch. Follow me at Ratboy James and watch Digital Bazooka. You'll love it. Prank call podcast, so fun.
Watch Digital Bazooka, and the other one is Deer Tag and the Do-Rag.
Do-Rag and the Deer Tag with Naeem. Watch Digital Bazooka though. Me and James make prank calls. We're gonna get Ed on there soon.
I'd love to do anything. That's another thing. Nobody called. That's why I started my own podcast.
I'll get you on
Nobody
there.
Ever wants
what's
me
your
on
phone number? 12?
12. It's in a Roman numeral.
Call him at V1X.
Come to live Digital Bazooka at Helium. That's the only thing.
Oh, you doing one day?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
April
4th.
April 4th.
Yeah.
Huge guest.
Digital Bazooka. Also, if you want to see Ed McGonigal, America's least favorite entertainer, I'll be around. April 10th at the Stolen Sun Brewery in Exton, PA. May 7th at the Bonesaw Brewing in Glassboro, New Jersey. Because breweries are good because you need a drink to sit through my act, so it's good.
I'm gonna get you on our April show at Next in Line too. I gotta figure out the date real quick. I'll let you know before I leave, but you're doing it.
Wow,
me and Foster do a.
That's a fun show.
Yeah, you would like that one.
I definitely. Where is Next in Line?
It's like Chinatown, 1025 Hamilton Street in Philly.
I start getting nervous in Chinatown. I see all those rubbing tugs. I start getting this call back to my glory days, my fun days.
What, from the Korean War?
No, I didn't want to say that. $10 for Jack, Joe. $10 for Jack. Yeah, when I was over there fighting off commies and getting rub downs. But I want to thank my guests for coming at James Boss, Drew Montana. These guys were great. I'd love to have him back anytime. Tune in for the next dumb episode, folks. Thanks so much, McGonigal Podcast. Thank you.
It's America's stupidest podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast.